Firstly, thank you very much for coming to my show.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
So I've gone through your profile. I can see you're co-founder of Ampt as also, and also your AWS Serverless hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I thought to tell about your work to my audience.
Okay. So, I started let me just go a little bit back in my career so that I can explain it a little bit better. So I started my career as a developer. I developed banking applications or marketplaces in different technologies with different teams from different countries and so on. And then after some point, I thought that I would be more useful to the teams that I will be working with in the non-technical space, because I always enjoyed talking with customers. I was even while I was an engineer, I was one of those rare engineers who wants to talk with the customers a lot. So yeah, I just after completing my MBA degree, I decided to look for a job for product management, because I just don't want to be totally far away from software, but I just wanted to be non-technical part of it. And I started my career, transition my career into product management. And after that, I always worked with developer tools, so I was again very much into developing some stuff, but I was in the product manager. I was wearing the product management hat. And Ampt, fast forward to Ampt. Ampt is a developer platform that gets out of your way. So we are defining this as this because cloud computing has become kind of really complex, and there are now lots of choices for anyone to build a simple application even. And even if you are new to cloud, just want to start something new, or if you are really actually in this cloud thing, you can't, the decision making is not easy. And Ampt is an opinionated platform that automatically understands the infrastructure required by looking at the code, and provisions these resources, manages the infrastructure, and optimizes the infrastructure along the way for you. So this is we have started this as a part of Serverless Inc. Our previous company was our mother company, as to speak. So we spun this off as a separate company last year, and now we are continuing our journey as a separate company with a small team.
So one of the main reasons why you started Ampt is?
So we started Ampt, I'm a serverless hero, as you also mentioned, and I'm seeing lots of people struggling with the cloud technologies. Not only about serverless is kind of the easier one, let's say. People will be maybe mad at me for saying this, but there's Kubernetes and containers, which are much more complex to learn than to maintain, to understand to completely. And most of the application doesn't require this complicated learning. It is too complicated for 90% of the applications on the world. So we thought there should be a simpler way, but yet as powerful as the whatever technologies are being used in these days to build the applications. And actually we are just building a higher level of abstraction for Kubernetes, for serverless. So we are using also Kubernetes and serverless at the background, but the developers who are using our platform doesn't need to know about this.
So how many problems you solved with this?
There, I never thought the number of problems that we are solving, but let me count it for you. So the first problem that we are solving is just getting started up and running very fast. So this is the first problem, because as I said, there are lots of boilerplates going around. People just want to get started with applications fast. But it's always there is a friction just to get up and running with cloud. And the second thing is about maintaining. I mean, there is a roles for that, maintaining a cloud infrastructure. DevOps people, SRE engineers, SRE people, and those people just are dedicated to maintain the infrastructure for companies. But like most of the time, infrastructure just needs to be self-healing, self-optimizing, and we are solving this problem. You don't need to maintain your infrastructure. You can just like let us maintain it for you. And the third problem is about actually enabling more developers, like I don't know, new graduates, junior engineers, front-end engineers who have limited knowledge about backend and cloud. We like to enable these people to build full-scale, scalable, robust, resilient applications. So I can just like, I don't know if it's a good, summary, but I can summarize in this three way.
And what are the main advantages of this?
So the main advantage is again faster. You can build an application faster. You can bring your idea to life in a faster way, and this is the biggest maybe advantage. And you can also infrastructure at the background. This is the second advantage. So you can use serverless when you don't have lots of traffic. It will be cheaper in this case. And when you start to accept more and more traffic, you can switch to containers, and it will be cheaper and again and as fast as responsive as serverless is, and you can adaptively switch between these different paradigms, let's say, and you can take advantage of the best of cloud for any case. So this is what we are like. We are not completely in this vision yet. We are not completed this vision, but like this is our vision. We like to let people to use cloud as an utility. So like cloud should be a utility that you use like you are using electricity in your home. You don't think about if it is if it is coming from a wind power plant or coal power plant. You are just using electricity. We just like to make it like so you just use cloud computing without thinking if it's containers or if it's serverless or not.
And which businesses can use, which level of businesses can use this?
Yeah, so for now, like these things are like our technology is kind of new compared to all the established cloud technologies. So as in every tech product, like there are some early adapters, and those people are generally coming from startups. So there are our users are generally startups with like less than 10 engineers working on a product, working on their idea to bring it to life. Or like these are kind of one of the first bucket that I can say that you're using our product for now. And the second bucket I would say is agencies. So because like I don't know if you have been to an agency before, but like agencies are like they have clients, they want some applications to run, and the clients most of them doesn't care if it is running on bare metal or if it's running on serverless or containers. So they just want an application to run. So like those agencies are looking for the easiest and fastest way of building such stuff so that they can get like another job from another client, so they can make more money. So agencies are using our platform extensively. And the smaller bucket I can tell is the indie developers. So like you are a front-end engineer, but you don't know how to build a cloud backend. But our platform enables those people to actually build the applications that they were looking to build. These are kind of the people. So we are not targeting big companies at the moment because, like as I say, like this technology is still quite new. I'm not saying that it's not robust. It is robust, but like big technology companies have their dedicated people working on the infrastructure and like the maintaining it, and have like a really niche requirements about the infrastructure. So we are not covering every use case for now. That's why like if you are a big company, let's say if you are Twitter, let's say you are managing lots of stuff. Probably you have your own way of managing infrastructure, and you don't want to just use our tool at the moment.
And how it helps to learn or to understand the backend?
Yeah, like it is just plain JavaScript. So if you are a JavaScript developer, you can just like start using it. Like there is nothing new to understand if you know about JavaScript, if you know about the node environments, node like the how to install a package with npm. Like we are basically an SDK to the cloud, so that like when you are using our interfaces, and like our interfaces are like API data, like API means an API, absolutely. But like under normal, like with normal cloud providers, you need to, provision an API gateway and Lambda function, maybe a, web application for firewall for that. And such things, for us, it is just an API interface. We are just taking care of everything for you. We also have data, events, storage, schedule, type interfaces. So we are calling actually those as cloud primitives. So like when you are building an application, normally your primitives are integer, string, let's say character, arrays, whatever. Like with our SDK, the primitives are API, database, storage, and you can use them as you would use them as you would use the primitives in normal code. So we believe that cloud is the new computer, and it needs a new programming language, and our SDK is just actually helping with that.
You started your career as a product manager or product developer. So how that experience is helping you in your present role?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Thank you for asking this. It is helping me a lot, and I only realized that it helped me after a while. So because I'm able to think like a developer still, and thank God for that. And I can understand like what a developer would prefer over something. I can understand how they can stick with their tools. I can understand what is the good experience for them and what they don't like in terms of marketing as well. So I'm a developer still. I'm building applications on AWS on our platform, but I'm not doing development for life. I'm product manager I'm making money from product management. But I still understand how developers would understand and see would understand the product's value proposition. I understand still their perspective, so it's helping me a lot. I can, if you're a product manager in a developer tool, you should be definitely a developer before. So I don't think this kind of a very big statement, I know, but I really believe you can be a product manager in some non-tech product, non-developer tool product with no technical background. But if you want to be a product manager in a technical product, you should absolutely have a technical background.
So the present users that you have are from your country?
No, we only have several users from Turkey. So by the way, I'm from Turkey. Maybe I think I forgot to mention this. I'm from Ankara, Turkey. I'm dialing in Ankara now. And although I'm really kind of well known in Turkish community, there are not many Turkish developers using our solution yet, because we are still in early beta. So we are actually selective about who will be using platform at this moment, and we have users all around the world. I can tell, the majority is from United States and also from the UK and Western Europe, but there are also users from Turkey, India, APAC region, Australia, South Africa. So we have users all around the world. Yeah.
So what do you suggest on what do you tell to the new people who don't know about your tool or your application, how that is going to benefit them and solve their business problem?
So if they are looking for some application, if they want to test some idea, even if the idea is just still not very mature, you can start building fast on our platform. They can deliver something really in a day. They can deliver a simple SaaS application in a week using Ampt. And when I'm saying in a week, I'm talking about every test and everything. If they want to build something really dirty, it can be even in a day. So let's say that they want to just understand if their idea would make sense. They can just build an application very fast on Ampt, and they can test their idea. The main benefit is actually this agility in terms of development, and this let's say that their idea got some traction. Their idea people loved their idea, and they wanted to host their applications on us. So we also host their application as a PaaS, and they can stick with us, and they can enjoy the benefit of switching between infrastructure, between serverless and containers.
And when you started this?
We started this around like almost 2 years ago. Like it's still 2 years ago, even before I joined under Serverless Inc. And like we have worked on Serverless Cloud. Like the previous version of the product was named Serverless Cloud, and we worked on Serverless Cloud for 1.5 years almost, and then we are working on Ampt on 1 year almost. So like it's going to be 9 months at the moment. We are working on it for 9 months. I can tell. Like I'm talking with customers every week. I'm talking at least 3-4 customers every week to understand like what is required and what can be omitted for this stage. And I'm learning a lot. We are learning a lot from them, and we are just like applying our learnings to our product.
So what your customers are saying? What is the feedback?
They are generally very happy, but there are some weirdly funny comments. Like someone said that this is like this product is before Elon Musk just like turns out a villain. People were saying that, hey, this product is the Tesla of the cars. This product is the iPhone of the phones. Like this is something new that changed everything. So we have got such comments as well. And the more moderate comments, let's say, was about like, hey, like, this is something that I was looking for years. Like I don't need to dive into config files, YAML files, JSON files just to build an application. I just want to write code, and this application enables me just to write code. So I'm writing code as I was expected. I'm not dealing with infrastructure, and I'm very happy with it, they say.
And what makes them to say that this application stays apart from all other applications?
Yeah, because like as I said, like it is like you don't need to like like people who developed a cloud application before with Kubernetes or containers or with serverless would understand me. There are like technologies like called infrastructure as codes. You write your infrastructure as some sort of a code, and this means that like you have a deterministic infrastructure that you can deploy to different clouds, different accounts, and so on. There are tools like for serverless, let's say serverless framework, AWS SAM. There are also tools like a more general purpose tools like Terraform, Plumi, and CDK again. So there are such tools that lets you define your infrastructure as code, and these are cool. I'm not saying that they are not doing very well. They are doing great jobs, and they are doing they are making the deterministic architectures a lot usable. But at the end of the day, they require a lot of attention. So like people say that they spend half of their time working on infrastructure of the code, infrastructure as code, and half of their time to just actually write the business logic, application logic. And we enable people to get rid of this time to deal with infrastructure code, because we are automatically inferring the infrastructure and maintaining it and optimizing it at the background for the traffic, and we let people just write the application code. And it's understandable that like they are liking us this much.
And how your previous jobs are helping you to do your present job and solve problems today?
Yeah, before that, as I said, like, I was a developer, but after I transitioned into product management, I also worked in Tundra. So like I was a product manager for Tundra, which was a serverless observability company, and so I worked there, and this made me an expert in serverless space. So I didn't know what serverless means before joining Tundra. And in my third year at Tundra, I was an AWS Serverless hero. So in this time, I learned about serverless. I studied about serverless a lot. I organized events. I attended events as a speaker, and the AWS recognized my efforts and knowledge as an hero. So, and I learned about serverless. So learning about this like serverless is a very strong paradigm. Learning about this paradigm helped me understand developers in cloud, developers in Kubernetes spaces, so that actually I was able to understand what these people are looking for in terms of building an application. This certainly helped me a lot. I mean, like a lot. Yeah.
And how much experience you have in technology?
I this is like the easiest question, but I was not very prepared. So I'm a graduate from a computer engineering department for 13 years now. But actually, I started working on technology even before I graduated. I was like dealing with some developing some applications for some freelance jobs while I was in college. And like it's almost 15 years, let's say. I'm in these 8 years of it as a developer, 7 years of it as a product manager.
Is this your own thought, Ampt?
Not really. Like I'm kind of like there are we have our lead architect, Doug Musgrove. He's a brilliant person, and like one of the smartest guy I have never known. This is his idea and his approach to this. But like, and Jeremy Daly, our CEO, was also like they like these two people just started this idea and just built the first version of the product. And I was not a part of the team at that time. I joined a bit later than that. This is their idea, but like when I learned about this idea from Jeremy for the first time, I just like it was an instant buy for me. Like, okay, like how can I be part of this? So like it was around serverless days, and I just wanted to be part of it. And I'm now, how can I say, owning this idea a lot. And you may think that it's kind of my own thought, but it's actually Doug's and Jeremy's, how can I say, invention.
And what kind of problems that you want to solve with this?
We like to, save people spend time on infrastructure. So like they don't need to spend time on infrastructure. They can just build applications. They can be really, instead of putting time into infrastructure, they can actually save this time to make the experience of their customers a lot better. So we are just like, this is the problem that we are definitely solving. We are clearly solving is like we just give back time to them so that they can provide better service, a better experience for their customer.
And how you impacted with this?
How do I? What's sorry? I cannot.
How Ampt impacted or changed things?
I cannot say that we just changed everything. We just changed some stuff, but like we are slowly changing the perception in people's mind about building applications. So it's like we made like things very easy in the first days of cloud. Like you were building an application on your computer and you were pushing it on cloud, and it was working. It was lift and shift. And then cloud became complex because like the use cases became harder and harder, and like the new technologies are invented so that people are building complex applications. It's actually kind of our what we are doing is that like we have enough technology at this moment that is really capable of handling lots of use cases. Now it's time to simplify this technology again so that like more and more people can use it. So we are just like bringing back the simplicity of 90s with the trend like this year's technology. So this is what we are trying to do actually with Ampt.
And tell me you as AWS Serverless hero.
Sorry, tell me like.
Tell me you as AWS Serverless hero.
Yeah, like the AWS Serverless Hero, like this the hero program that AWS does recognize around like 300 people, I guess, in total around the world. And in terms of Serverless Hero, I think there are like 50. I don't know, like this really, this may not be the accurate number, but around 50 people are Serverless Hero now. So like those people are all recognized because of their working community. This can be either by contributing to open source. which I don't. I'm as I say, like I'm not a 100% developer now. Like I'm just like product manager building stuff. I don't do any open source stuff. I wish I would. Or you can just like help the community with some other ways. Like for example, I'm co-organizing AWS Community Day in Turkey. It was around like 2 weeks later from now on actually, and I co-organized Serverless Days virtual when the pandemic hits. Like it was an event that is actually for every serverless developer. It was happening in every 3 months. I was organizing Serverless Days Istanbul again in Turkey. And I was writing lots of blogs about the experiences that people are building on top of serverless in my previous company. So like this whole helped me just to be, become a figure in serverless space, especially in AWS serverless space, and AWS recognized this as an hero. So this is kind of a nice compliment, I can tell, that we are getting from AWS, and it shows our knowledge on the space. But like, even if you are not a hero, you can just some people are overstating this heroes thing. It is good, but it is not like we are not just the AWS gods that know everything. So like I sometimes see people's disappointment in their eyes when they ask me something about something really specific about servers, and I say I don't know. Maybe like let me check it, like, and turn it back to you, and like I can see it in their eyes, like how come this person is a hero? And I can just tell that like heroes are not the AWS gods that they're supposed to know everything. So yeah, this is something that is recognizable by the community.
And at last, what do you say about your product to my audience?
So I guess your audience is again just like young people, like the junior engineers like you, and I think our product can help.
No, actually, my audience are all ages from all countries.
Really? Okay. So I can only maybe target some of them then. So like if you are building something new, if you want to test your idea in something in some space, just bring it on Ampt. So we are not accepting anyone to our product yet. So like you will need to give access to this. But tell me that, hey, Emrah, I saw you on Sai's broadcast. So can I just build something on Ampt and just write me from that, and let me see if I can help you in some way.
And at last, as a co-founder, as a person who is into technology from a long time, as a person who is a serverless hero, what is your observation about my work?
I think you are doing a great job. So I just like watched several of your interviews with people. I think it was great. I was actually, I feel more relaxed before I watch those, because after I see that you are doing great job with every interview, suddenly I was like, will I be this successful? Because I was very, kind of anxious about like being here, but I think we also did a good job for that, and yeah. I think you are a great job, and I will be now following a lot closer to your work. Thanks a lot for all you have done for your community.
And right now, I've done masters in software engineering, also bachelors in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm doing AWS Cloud DevOps Engineer work. So how talking with experts like you who are already in the industry, IT industry, solve different problems, being in product management and also being in different roles in technology and also from different parts of the world, talking with experts like you and trying to listen what you are saying and trying to ask questions, how I'm going to learn this and how this information is going to helpful for me if I work in IT in coming days.
Yeah, so thanks. Like, this is a very good question, and like I think that you're not asking only for yourself, what like anyone like you around this thing. I think asking questions, interacting with other people is really important. So like it gives you an understanding. Like even if you ask something and these people just answers your question, this person says something along the lines that gets your attention and that actually opens a new room for you, opens a new knowledge for you. So like this was happening to me a lot when I was, younger. So like when I was asking some question about A, and while explaining about A, this person was talking something about B. And I was like, I don't know anything about B. I should learn about B as well. So like this actually made me learn a lot of stuff while interacting with people, and this also becomes an accumulative knowledge while like speaking one person, another person. You are accumulating knowledge that you wouldn't gather by just checking out books. But like you are accumulating knowledge from their experience by just like talking with them. I think I really put great importance to this. Like it doesn't have to be in a show like this. Like I'm sure all of those experts who like that as an hero or as someone, they are all very helpful people, because that's why they are recognized by AWS, because they are helpful in terms of helping other people. Just like they can, like people like you and you yourself can reach out me anytime just to talk about a subject, and we can just talk about online, but like it doesn't have to be on a show. So and just like share our ideas, and I think this is a good way of improving yourself. Not maybe some people don't prefer to it, and it's totally okay. But like if you prefer to be, if you're an extrovert, if you are enjoying chatting with people to learn, I think it's a very great way and kind of a shortcut to learn some stuff from experts.
It's a great feedback. I'll keep in my mind, and I'll store this information in my system. Yeah. So I wish and I hope you'll reach everywhere with your Ampt, and also with the product that you're doing, and also with the work that you're doing, with the problems that you are going to solve. I'm sure with your knowledge, a lot of people are going to get benefit and solve their problems using your minds.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Can you share your information to my podcast listeners so that they can see what you're doing?
Yeah, so they can reach out me over Twitter. This is the most like the platform that I'm using most actively. So my handle is just like my name and surname, Emrah Samdan. So and then they can reach out me from email emrah@getampt.com. And they can also reach out me over LinkedIn, which I'm not checking as much as I check Twitter, but I can still be more professional if they want over LinkedIn. Yeah, these are the things that they can reach out to me, and like they can follow us on Ampt's blog post, and also on Ampt's Twitter and LinkedIn accounts.
I'll share all the links in the description of this video on YouTube. People who find the video on YouTube can see it, and also I'll put on the screen as well. They can find it and they can see what you're doing.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Of course. Yeah.
And also, can I put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
No problem. Yeah, there's no problem. Sure.
So keep going, keep inspiring people like this, solving problems.
Thank you. Like, and just keep doing whatever you are doing. Like, I think you are doing a great job here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, see you, Sai.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.